Today we're going to be taking the 2Hype NBA draft that I posted on my main channel and seeing which team will do the best here in NBA 2K. I have run these draft videos 3 different times. The first 2 times I did the draft videos, I didn't sim it out in 2K, but I know you guys have been wanting it, so here we are. We got the teams. Mitchell's team, I put him on the Sixers. He drafted Joel Embiid with the first pick. He got Joel, Anthony Davis, Damian Lillard, Jaylen Brown, Paul George, Trae Young, Garland, and Clay. I like all the shooting around Embiid and Davis. I like that. I feel like he kind of needs another ball mover because George and Brown are not like the best ball movers, but they're not bad. This is Zach's team. He's got Giannis and Tatum with his first 2 picks. He's rounding it out with Kyrie, Halliburton, Siakam, Edwards, Towns, and Markkanen. I don't really like Towns. I didn't really get why Zach picked Karl Towns, but he did. But yeah, I like Zach's team. I feel like they got a little bit more ball movement. They have a good amount of shooting too. I just wish Zach chose like a bigger, tougher player at center than Towns, but overall I like Zach's team a lot. This is Justin's team. Luka, Durant, Jimmy Butler, Mitchell, DeRozan. I mean, this is a fierce team. Again, lacking a little bit of size, I feel like, with only Jaren, and Jaren fouls a lot. He does have Evan Mobley, but I don't know. I feel like this team could hang with people, but I feel like it is a good amount of ISO ball too. I don't know how this team would play, like if they were like a big functional real team. We got Chris's team. He got LeBron James with the 5th pick in our draft, and LeBron's actually the highest rated player in 2K as of recording this. He's a 98 overall. Stephen Curry, of course. I mean, this pairing of LeBron and Curry may be the best pairing of the whole video. And then Chris has Sabonis and Rudy as his bigs. At guard, he's got Harden for playmaking. Steph, you know, he wanted to play LeBron at point guard, interestingly enough, which I think is an odd choice given the team he has. But yeah, and then he ran it out with Paulo Banchero, which I think a little early for Paulo. 84 overall, 85. I think Chris actually has one of the lower rated teams by player ratings. And we have Jeff's team. I put Jeff in the Miami Heat. He has Jokic, Morant, Shea, Zion, Booker. So everyone in this 5 is a 90 overall or better. So Jeff's team is actually pretty solid. The only pick from Jeff I didn't like was Bradley Beal because he picked Booker the round before. I feel like Booker is just a straight up better version of Beal, and I feel like on teams like this you don't want too much redundancy. Personally, I like Chris Middleton more than Bradley Beal too, but that's just me. Morant and Jokic is an interesting pairing. I feel like I'd rather pair Jokic with a better shooting point guard than Morant or Shea, but I mean, it's Jokic, bro. Morant cutting with Jokic, they can make it work. So I'll put them all in the Eastern Conference because I want to see how they all stack up, what seed they get, all that. I'm not going to take the regular season into account here. All we're really going to care about is who wins the Eastern Conference, right? Because that's pretty much the video, man. I mean, whoever wins the Eastern Conference is the 2Hype draft champion from the 2K point of view. And now we are watching this from Mitchell's point of view because he did win the tournament by our voting. If you haven't seen the main channel video, the way we do them is we have everyone vote on whose team other than their own team they thought was the best, and then that's how we determine the winner in those videos. So that's how we ended up deciding Mitchell was the winner in the actual video, but we're gonna see if 2K agrees or disagrees with the assessment. I actually think Mitchell's team is gonna win again in this sim just because Mitchell does have Embiid and Davis, and I feel like 2K for years the sim engine has always kind of favored teams with good bigs, but we'll see how it goes. Luka Doncic, he still ends up winning MVP, so Justin drafted the MVP. 26, 11, and 11, an amazing season there. Anthony Davis for Mitchell, Defensive Player of the Year. The NBA first team with the reshuffled teams, Luka, Steph, Giannis, LeBron, and Jokic. Everybody here was a first-round pick in our draft except for Curry, because Embiid went first, but him and Jokic both can't make the first team. Okay, so, those curious, Justin's team went 73 and 9. They got the number 1 seed. Jeff's team, they went 71 and 11. They got the number 2 seed. Mitchell's team 70 and 12, the 3 seed. Zach's team 69 and 13, the 4 seed, and Chris's team 66 and 16, your 5 seed. So that means effectively Justin, Jeff, and Moochie are gonna get a first round bye, while Zach and Chris are gonna face off here in this first round. And Team Chris takes game 1 over Team Zach. Giannis leading the way, 9 shots, 23 points. That is efficiency. But Chris had Steph Curry go off for 40. Chris's team takes game 2 as well. Chris's team takes game 3. So I guess Zach is the first one eliminated. Zach ended up getting 2nd place in our actual video. The matchups are set. Justin versus Chris, Jeff versus Moochie. Now, I mean, Zach got swept, bro. He was out of there quick. So what do we think about this alignment here? Chris, he's got Curry, Harden, Kawhi, LeBron, and Sabonis. See, I feel like Chris is lucky that he's going against Justin here because now he doesn't got to worry about Joel or Jokic. They're both at the bottom bottom of the bracket. This is an exciting series. Durant versus LeBron. I mean, these teams are pretty stacked. I'm guessing Justin's team is gonna win only because they did have like the best record out of all of them. And then, but I think this series at the bottom is a bit more interesting. The Jeff versus Justin one, because you got Jokic versus Embiid, Anthony Davis versus Zion. I mean, I feel like this one is a little bit more interesting of a series. And in game one, Jeff takes game one over Mooch. Justin takes game one over Chris. Okay, Moochie's team evens it up 1-1. Zion going off in game two. Zion going off in game one. Trae Young going off for Moochie in game one, and Embiid going off in game two. All right, damn. It looks like Justin might clean sweep his way, bro. He has beaten Chris again, only by 5. In game one, he won by a point. So this series is actually closer than it looks. It may be 2-0, but the games have been pretty close. Here we go. Game threes. Both series are 2-1. Okay, it's anyone's game here. So Chris's team wins by 6. Yeah, this series has been incredibly close. This series is also pretty close. Game 3, Embiid shows out 28 points. All right, here we go. Game 4s. Is it going to be 2-2? Ooh, Chris ties it up versus Justin, 2-2. But Jeff takes that commanding 3-1 lead. Game 5. Okay, both series are 3-2. Both series are 3-2. So Justin, he wins game 5 by 10. Jeff wins game 5 as well by a lot. Here we go. This could be it for both series. Moochie is out. Jeff moves on. Okay. And then this one is going to a game 7. All right. So we have Team Chris versus Team Justin. So Team Chris wins game 7. So our finale, Team Jeff versus Team Chris. Oh, wow. LeBron versus Zion, Sabonis versus Jokic, Kawhi versus Chris Middleton, Booker versus Harden, Ja versus Curry. We got some star-studded teams here. Chris with the highest rated player and Curry. Jeff with the back-to-back MVP and Jokic. Let's see who wins in the 2K sim. Game 1 goes to Jeff by 11. Game 2 goes to Jeff by 2. Game 3 goes to Chris by 7. Game 4, it's 2-2. Okay, who has been going off this series? 3-2 Jeff. Will Jeff win in 7? It goes to a game 7. For Jeff's teams, Morant and Booker are kind of leading the way. Jokic is averaging a triple-double here in the conference finals versus Chris's team. Wow, Zion's shooting 64%. I feel like Zion's got to shoot the ball more. He's averaging 19, but only 12 shots a game. I feel like they got to get him more shots. All right. For Chris's team, LeBron James is leading the way, but he is shooting the ball horribly in this series. 41% shooting. That is really bad. Curry, low-key carrying Chris's team with some great shooting. Harden playing well. Leonard playing well. Brandon Ingram is playing well. Gobert is scoring more points per game than Sabonis. That's not a good sign for Chris. All right, game 7. Literally, who's gonna win? Chris or Jeff? Chris or Jeff? Who do we got? We got, it looks like it's gonna be Jeff. It is Jeff. Jeff is your champion. Wow. Okay, so Jeff is the champion of the 2Hype draft. They always make fun of Jeff and his draft picks, but my man Jeff came out with a W. If you think about it, bro, what Jokic has done for Aaron Gordon, imagine if that was Zion instead of Aaron Gordon, bro. That would be insane. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and the main channel video. I will see you guys on the next one. I know this was a shorter video, but y'all wanted to see it, so we had to give it to you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.